for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
All right, Yanks Nation, welcome back to Yankees Fan Central. This is your trusted spot for the info and the analysis you just aren't going to get anywhere else. This is where we, the real fans, break down what actually matters for the pinstripes. And today, folks, the hot stove isn't just warm, it's white hot. I've got my hands on some analysis that's making the rounds behind the scenes, a proposal that could define our next decade. We are talking about Framber Valdez, and more specifically, we're talking about a perfect 7-year, $196 million contract to pull him away from our rivals, the Houston Astros. Now, before you jump out of your seat, let's analyze this with the seriousness it deserves. I've spent the last few hours crunching the numbers, talking to some sources, and breaking down the real impact of this move. The Yankees are at a crossroads. We desperately need a co-ace for Garrett Cole. We need a reliable left arm that doesn't fold in October. And Valdez, a two-time All-Star, might be that exact guy. Let's get to the facts, because that's what we do here. Since the 2022 season, Valdez is second in Major League Baseball in innings pitched. He's also got the fourth best ERA in that same span. That ain't luck. That is elite consistency. That is a workhorse. The man takes the mound every 5 days and shoves. He's 31 years old, which puts him right in his physical and mental prime. And most important for us, the Bronx Bombers faithful, he's got massive playoff experience. He was crucial in that 2022 World Series title run for Houston. Since 2020, he has thrown more postseason innings than almost any other pitcher in the game. He knows what it takes to win when the lights are brightest. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, and I've read the reports, but what about the second half of 2025? It's true, the surface stats show a 13-11 record with a 3.66 ERA. But I dug deeper. In his first 21 starts last year, Valdez was 11-4 with a 2.62 ERA and 141 strikeouts in 134 innings. That is Cy Young level stuff. His second half slide, a 2-7 record with a 6.05 ERA, coincided exactly with the Houston offense collapsing. The team stopped hitting for him. He didn't forget how to pitch. He was on an island on a dysfunctional team that bricked it in September. That, to me, shows he's human, but it also shows how dominant he is when he has minimal support. Bringing that stability to Yankee Stadium is the kind of move the evil empire needs to make. Now, let's talk about the money. 7 years, $196 million. That's an average annual value of $28 million. Is it a lot of money? Absolutely. Does 7 years for a 31-year-old pitcher carry risk? Always. But this isn't an ordinary contract. The proposal being floated, and the one I believe is the key to getting this done, is a sophisticated contract architecture. The idea is to front-load the deal, pay him $32 million in year one. Why is this genius? First, it shows Valdez and his agent that the Yanks are serious. This isn't a lowball offer. It's a respect offer that rewards him immediately. Second, and more important for Hal Steinbrenner's long-term strategy, this helps with the competitive balance tax. By paying him more cash now, the official AAV stays at $28 million, but the cash hit decreases in the back-end years of the deal, exactly when Valdez is aging and the injury risk goes up. It gives Brian Cashman the flexibility he craves to keep building around the core. What I'm hearing is that the Yankees are prepared to spend, but they want to spend smart. They cannot miss on this move. The free agent pitching market is thin on guys who offer Valdez's durability. You've got older options or guys with more troubling injury histories. Valdez is the prize because he delivers volume. 200 innings a season in New York, with our defense and hopefully our offense clicking, those numbers would look even better. But there's another angle here, an angle that speaks directly to the hearts of the bleacher creatures. Signing Framber Valdez, it isn't just about adding an ace. It's about actively weakening our biggest rival. It's taking the anchor of the Astros rotation and putting him in our pinstripes. That is a statement. That is a power shift in the American League. We, the fans of the Yanks, are starving for number 28. We are sick and tired of watching the Astros celebrate. This move isn't just about stats. It's about restoring order. It's about making sure the road to the World Series runs through the Bronx. $196 million is the price you pay to lock down an ace and dismantle the morale of a direct opponent. I say, without hesitation, Brian Cashman needs to get on the phone and make this offer. So, to wrap up today's bombshell news, the proposal is on the table. $196 million over 7 years for Framber Valdez. It's an aggressive, expensive, generation-defining move. My questions for you: the smartest Yanks nation on the internet are these. Are you willing to risk 7 years on a 31-year-old arm, even with this track record? Or does his second half collapse in 2025 scare you off? And most importantly, should Brian Cashman pay this price not just to make us better, but to directly weaken the Astros? Drop your comments below. I want to read every single take. This is Yankees Fan Central. If you live and breathe the navy blue and pinstripes, and you want the hottest news and the deepest analysis on the Bronx Bombers before anyone else, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I bring the info as soon as I get it. Thanks for watching. Let's go, Yanks.